you saying that you want from me? I drove an hour just to see you. And who the fuck calling your phone at night? Why you got a face flat on the speaker? Girl, you disguise so well, Gemini's. I'm too inclined too high up in life, and I can't give you time if I don't have enough of me. And I see through the lies before they end up seeing me. What it costs you to care? It's exhausting to hear the same tune from you. Bare minimum's too full for you. Yeah, you for the back streets. Your name don't attach to me. Took on all the rest while you were taking me for granted. I don't want no kids with you. You already got 3. This shit was over before it started.
Between every word that I'm saying, can I tell you how I feel without waiting? Can you keep it real when you're on your way to now? Why you bottling your feelings who you say I'm to now? No love lost, do you? Baby, I don't need you. Baby, I don't need you. Let's make a deal, yeah. Keep it all the way real, yeah. And I feel that I don't need you here, no. All the times that I thought you were mine, top of the morning, girl, I know you want your back still broke. You don't know what love is, yeah, I know. We be out in public, but still coasting from each other. You won't find another like me. Feisty, little mama. It was over before it started. It was over before it started. It was over before it started.
Across the Adriatic Sea, a Virgo chased the galaxy and holds a star of its own, yeah.
I face soldiers at war, dodged the angel of death, blood painted over the door. Untainted, open, and pure was the love that I sought as I sailed to the isles with rust on my sword. The cusp of my glory, trust in my story. One of an angel who had fallen for me, straight out of heaven like she slipped through the gates. A masterpiece on display that you wish you could take home. I'm on my Odyssey back. I teleport to her, but there ain't that technology yet. If I was rich instead of fish, I'd probably jet, but now I'm blurring with the current till I lay my eyes on these lips, yes, and lay a kiss that could make Aphrodite jealous. This love song going much further than I can tell it. I'm overzealous, girl, I'm super hyper zealous. My yearning for a burning more, I gotta fight the feeling.
Across the Adriatic Sea, a Virgo chased the galaxy and holds star of its own, yeah. Across the Adriatic Sea, a Virgo chased the galaxy and hold a star of its own, yeah.
It's like we dancing the beat, we like the S and the V. I like to overachieve, I chose and I receive. I swear we in sync. I like a troublesome team. That's right, it's definitely love on this stream. I like to focus on goals, and I don't hoes. I had to switch in my code. I mean, it's always a go. I mean, you never would know, but yes, it's levels we grow. I'm just a pessimist though. Let me spell it out. Any situations we be having, we can work it out. Read the constellation and we aced it 'cause we versatile. Never try my patience when I'm trying to put these verses out. So I'm super certain that it's worth it if we walk the aisle. I was just a nigga who did have a vision. Then you came up, spinning and switch the whole picture. You the best, and may I suggest it took a minute, but we here. Now no moment of fear, it's all fitting,
Across the Adriatic Sea, a Virgo chased the galaxy and hold of its own, yeah. Across the Adriatic Sea, the Virgo chased the galaxy and home. A star of its own, yeah.
Yo, I'ma roll, you pour the herb and liqueur. President, you sweet, do not disturb on the door. I be unsuitable, convo beautiful. I'm just thinking in my mind what I wanna do to you. Yeah, playlists on the low tone, we both grown. Eye to eye contact, no phone. Put that there. I'm trying to get up in your mind more. Yes, when the chemistry is right, is when you find more. Each other's what we're designed for. Yeah, we can have sex anytime, sure. I'd rather do a little more building. Hopefully you feel the same way, Lord willing. It's worth it, the energy is perfect. Start off slow and then you let it surface. 1 to 10, how you rate this thing? Give it a minute, let's see where we can take this thing. I'm sorry.
Across the Adriatic Sea, the Virgo chased the galaxy and home. A star of its own, yeah. Across the Adriatic Sea, the Virgo chased the galaxy and home. A star of its own, yeah.
My daughter fighting cancer and the law got the answers. We got all the questions. My faith in him forever. I just pray that she gets better. We can do it. He took us from the row house to the mansions.
Now I lay me down to sleep. Before I wake, please save me. Please save me. Now I lay me down to sleep. Before I wake, please save me. Now I lay me down to sleep. Before I wake,
2021, but we timeless. Early. We facing adversity with a smile on our face. That's right.
Okay, people, it's about that time. We're broadcasting worldwide, and it's time to open up your ears and let us blow your mind.
Bring me along. I've been doing this too long.
Man, I'm finna do my thing.
Dropping on your airwaves right now, it's Scheme Beats Radio. Check it out, y'all. We got that music, we got that talk, and we got media conversation for you. And it goes down with your DJ Scheme Beats.
It's a major move right here, baby. You gotta get with it or get lost. You understand?
We do this for the streets.
What's goody? This Easy the Lyrical Schizo. You about to check out my new single Straight Bands on WSBR and Scheme Beats Radio. Hey.
I do the that they never done. I see the they could never see. Honestly, I'm really one-to-one. Honestly, I got no company. Let it breathe. Let it be. I do the that they never done. I see the they could never see. Honestly, I'm really one-to-one. Honestly, I got no company. Let it be. Let it be. Look. Up in the vibes, we up in the stakes, you know how we casually do it. I'm a gentleman, baby, but you gotta leave, it's not a resort. I be weaving through Beverly. On the dolo, my neighbors be scared of me. On the cool, got 650 reasons in the show for to show my celebrity. Bands talk, neck chilly though. Y'all scamming and still be broke. Y'all bammers, but I ain't hating. I say to they face and it's in the song, yeah. Look out there, y'all can see my influence. Fuck like a deal, me and Cass just do it. Look, lay back, I scoop 'em. Lay back, we coolin'. If that's trash, we still chill. But you catch feelings, catch Uber. Catch attitude, catch left. Catch attitude, then call friend. Catch attitude, she don't get it. Till she leaving childs in the scooter. I do this that they never done. I see the they can never see. Honestly, I'm really one-to-one. Honestly, I got no company. It's Beverly. Love, it's how it be. Leave, I say, you wanna sleep for days. You are not me, okay? Don't pay attention, so they paying notes, bills. I tell them, please don't stay. Look, I'm on Rodale, just seeing weird like Balenciaga. I see the big picture, Will Smith ain't shopping. Look, New Balances, I can call Jada. Yeah, hey, New Balances, we just count paper. I just be quiet, I'm out the way, I try to talk, they gon' tarnish my reputation. Up your fire, that's shorter, you better shoot and choose violence, I gladly facilitate it. Tell me it's something that's never done, I'm telling you, won't even say it. Honestly, I'm really one-on-one. Take a second, let me let it breathe. Let it breathe. 1, 2, 3. Promise we good wherever. Promise we good forever. Got DMV on my back like my learner's permit is expired and done up. What up? Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. I'm Miss Sadiq. I bet your little queen want to lay her little head on my pillow. Alex McQueen, my scar so I'm Ella Pierre, some art talk. Don't even know what they talking about. But Shawty just told me to cop some. It's crazy cause Alec Monopoly made me a vibe a time ago. Back when he covered his jaw though. Now it's cartoon cost a condo. Nah, y'all was talking crazy. I remember friends picking sides though. Ha, I just left the game on the private plane, Richie Paul though. More skill, they just more loved. Okay, blah, blah, heard it all though. It's all good, cause it's all a game. Y'all do your thing, I'm just more clutch. I do this that he never done. My vision is something they never seen. Honestly, I'm really one-on-one. I promise you. Hey, I promise it. Promise you. you, they cannot fuck with me. KLB.
For the city though.
I want that face down, just like that. Face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, I want that face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, face down, face down. Deep in the pedal, face down. Up in the air, face down. Down in the VA, face down. As a beat clears like face down. Do you feel the rhythm? Face down. Stick to a drum, face down. Hope you're ready. Face down. It has begun. Your sweet legs tremble to the tone of this melody. I got you dipping on more that easy breathe. As I'm deep inside, I can tell you want this ride. You can feel my wooden flow. For sure, yeah, it's a freak show. That bite, that feel good play like you dripping, dipping down on my stick. You, baby, rain on that, no rain on that. What like you reach, I'm teaching. Your eyes roll around, baby. Your body is making sounds. Yeah, you like that. I know you like that. I know you feel it. Addicted to that, want that face down, just like that. Face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, I want that face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, face down. Face down, deep in the pedal. Face down, up in the air. Face down, down in the VA. Face down, as a beat clears like face down. Do you feel the rhythm? Face down, stick to a drum. Face down, hope you're ready. Face down, it has begun. It's so good. You can't walk no more. Yeah, you craving for more, for more. Girl, you ready? I can last for long. I'm like that, you like that. I know you want that. All night rider, super glider, weights down. I'm the danger, you addicted, I'm convicted. You need all this, I'm your midnight stroker, super loader. Ass all in my hands. I know you want it, baby. I'ma put it down. I want that face down, just like that. Face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, I want that face down, just like that. Face down, oh yeah. Face down, face down. Face down, deep in the pedal. Face down, up in the air. Face down, down in the VA. Face down, as a beat clears like face down. Do you feel the rhythm? Face down, stick to a drum. Face down, hope you're ready. Face down, it has begun.
What the hell you doing out here? There ain't no way to board a train, you damn stupid.
You might could have said nincompoop.
We ain't no nincompoop.
There it is, man. Make sure I get my mic right. I'm always having trouble with that. Can't wait to get this mixer back, man. Welcome back to another happy Monday to everybody. Welcome back to another Power Hour with your man, Mr. Stout, right here. DJ Scheme Beats. I'm in the building, man. You can tell in my voice, but I'm mad excited what's going on, man. So many big things that are going on that I was checking out over the weekend, and one of the things that I wind up like checking out was, the Kanye, Ye artist formerly known as Ye. Well, Kanye West, now his name is Ye. But I checked it out on the thing today, actually I've seen clips like, since the day it happened. But, on Drink Champs, man, with Nori, man, and all of them over there. Big up to that, man. That was a huge deal right there, man. Like he really laid down some things about who he is and what he's going through. And I'm glad he took that platform to do that. There was a lot of other things that I had in thoughts of, like, he could have went on. I thought one of the things from TMZ, I thought they could have like kind of covered that, about that. But nonetheless, it was still like a really good interview. And I love the fact that, they really take the time to spend 3 hours or so, 2.5, 250, whatever, something like that, on the interviews, and actually, to dig into what's going on, with these artists. So my whole thing was like, what Kanye or Ye, he really had some good things to talk about. And one thing that really like grabbed me was he was speaking about like the frequencies, about the music. I'm very interested in music. This is what all my shows are about. Things that I produced and wrote and performed, throughout, 35 years close to right now. So I've been doing it out there, and something that I've always known about going to performing art school was about frequencies. And when he was talking about the lower part, the charter and your charter and things like that, like how the way it affects you, because the 808 was always kind of off, back in the 80s, but now it's like it's on, but it's even on the lower part. And it made sense to me, because when I wrote a song called Frequency Response, that's what I was trying to get at, about saying that how the way frequencies can actually control some of the things that the way you feel and think, and how the way it can actually control you to do things that you probably wouldn't normally do. So if you hear a song that's out there that's like hardcore, and it's like, gun clapping, or like, twerking and doing, like, you think this twerking thing or this the murders that be happening in music, there's something that's like by coincidence. It's really not. It's the frequencies that is, causing these things to happen. And if you are on a lower part of that frequency, then you're experiencing these things, and it can affect you like so much. So when I hear stuff like that, it actually makes me like think like, this is what we're going through. We're being attacked. We're being attacked in our music. There was a time in the 60s and the 70s with R&B and pop and hip hop. Well, not hip hop, but like R&B music, soul music had a feeling of love. It had like we were kids, so we were thinking about it like, oh, this is not for us. But then it was making, as we were growing up listening to it, it made us understand a different frequency. And that kind of thing, what we're going through right now, where it's all about like ops and you're quick to want to smoke somebody, over something very minuscule. It could be, it could definitely be like taken care of. But we're not doing that. We're letting the music control us. And then the companies, out there, the record companies are definitely saying, hey, well, let's put it out there and let's see how it's affecting them. Scientists and anthropologists, they all know this. They know that the music affects us, especially people with mass melanin. How the way that it affects us and the sound of it, the way that we feel about it, it can control our emotions. But like I'm saying, like that chart right there, that 808 can do it. Heavy metal has it too. Like rock and roll has it too. How the way it can affect you to make you feel one way or another. So I really was like interested in hearing about that, and they kind of dwelled into it a little bit, how the way that music is affecting us to think one way or another, and if we are actually like giving this to our children, because we let our children listen to the music we listen to, we in the car, or we at the parties or whatever, or it's on our phones, and the kids have access to music that we listen to, so they kind of following us, for what we like, but then they got their own music they like. But if we're not schooling them on what's really good, then they're going to just think that, growing up, 10 years, 20 years, that this is what it is, and it's going to show, in society, and that's what we're getting. So it doesn't necessarily have to always be about love, but something that's going to have a higher energy, or something that's going to be more positive thoughts, could make things get a little bit better in our own society, in our own community. So I hope that future producers and future artists will start taking this kind of thing in consideration about when it comes to the music and what you're putting out there and how the way you're putting it out there. The record labels are making so much money off it, but at the same time, they are also being able to destroy, this positivity that we've all had. And okay, yeah, times do change, right? We don't have like the same thing saying like the no justice, no peace. We say that when we're out there marching, but it's not in the music, because that's not where we at right now. Generation now wants the things to be happening like this is happening right now. We're on this, you got to be fly, you got to be bougie, you got to be, hood, you got to be what you're being taught to by the music. Music is so important that we have it every day in everyday life. Everyday life, there's something in the music. It could be in a jingle that you hear on a television, or it could be on a radio, on your phone, on your tablet. It's everywhere you go. There's something that's in that music, and it can affect your emotions every day, like your everyday thing. So I had a friend who used to, like, just for their kids, they used to play like Disney music, right? And they were like older, I'm not saying like in their teens, but I would say like, 11, but they were teaching them something that was going to be positive sounds compared to music is going to be what we're hearing as like, detrimental. Like, because I listen to a lot of battle raps, and that's the thing that we should definitely, that they have the advisory, on every CD or whatever, when you for music right now, but it's really not out there where a kid cannot listen to whatever he wants to listen to. He wanted to listen to the new, new album from whoever. They can get access to that, and there's no regulations on that. Like, you can't go into the movies and watch a radio or a movie if you are a certain age, right? But when it comes to music, there is no thing about that. There's no threshold. Like, okay, maybe, kids don't go to the store anyway and buy a record. You know what I mean? So they're getting it right off the internet and can get it anytime they want to. And that's where we at. So you can just flood it with all kinds of things. Even what they're saying about the 808 was doing for what makes females want to twerk, and then like now it's becoming a thing. It's like that's what they're doing. Like, this is a part of it. That's what the emotion is making them feel like. That's what they got to do. And the mainstream knows this. We're not singing songs about self-destruction. We're not talking about songs that could affect or help our communities. We're talking about songs about, okay, let's have a good time partying and dancing and doing what we do. And, over hypersexuality is something that we do. You know what I mean? We already do that naturally. So to add to that is to make the music and the visuals on that. So when Kanye was talking about that, and with Nori and the whole team and everything over there, it was deep to me. You know what I mean? Because like I said, when I did the song Frequency Response, that was my song was about. It was the anxiety about how the way you're supposed to be perceived as an artist, or what is it doing to you? How is it affecting you? So that's, it just meant so much to hear, Ye say about that, man. So I really appreciated him, like, getting and deep into these kind of things and speaking about it, because it's really real. And you may not think it is, but it's in you. You know what I mean? The sounds is in you. How do you think that you hear music, and how does it affect you? How do you like a song? What makes you think that you like a song? Is it the repetitive being played on the air? That's really not it. You can hear a song for the first time and like, boom, I like it because of what it did to your charter. So that's the thing that we really need to get into and start to think about what we're writing, or to say it, to say something that's going to be uplifting, for the next generation. Because I listen to music from generations past and I'm like, man, this stuff still feels good to me. I want the next generation music to have that kind of feel to it, that effect. And when you talk about verses, there was a lot of good things about the verses that was dope. But when you talk about verses, we want to see like the old school guys out there. We want to see like the generation that was in the 80s and the 90s. We want to see them perform. Not because we're older, because it was from a time that gave us this positivity, this upliftment. And one thing about, New York hip hop, even down there in Atlanta and the West Coast, it wasn't 1-2 artists was the same. Even if they lived in the same city, you know what I mean? They actually was original. And what we're hearing for the templates for the music, as a producer and a songwriter, I hear the notes that are basically the same thing. Okay, I get that because they've been doing that, back in the day too. But the storylines are basically the same. Even if it's not a story, the information is basically the same. And we all can do it. You can actually, if you really are like listening to the music, you can damn near tell what they're about to say. And you can catch it. If they want to say something about a girl, how the way they're braggadocious about a female, that they how much women are down for them, or how many guns they got, or how quick they were to kill. And when you hear this stuff, you think of yourself, when the youth are listening to this, and it will get to them, you don't think that they won't act on that. Now, another point that Ye put out there was, we're in this video game. I've always thought of that too. We're in a video game like Grand Theft Auto. If you look at life like the way it is, how the way we are towards one another, it definitely has that Grand Theft Auto, type of world that we're living in. It's so video game right now. You say something to somebody on a social media, that you're ready to go and fight them, or even, hurt them in a way that, it could take them out due to something that they said. So your emotions are getting involved, but then it's what the rest of the people are thinking. You're trying to think what they're thinking, like, or they comment and saying, hey, well, you shouldn't have took this, and that affects you. And if you're an artist, I want to say this, man. You don't have to listen to those comments. You don't even have to. You don't need that. Focus on your music and what's going to change the world and what's going to help change you. You want to give something to the world. So right from the heart and right from the soul, and listen to music that's going to give you something that you can give to the world, give back to the world, instead of listening to somebody who's going to give you the same thing that we already got that. It's been 20 years of that, man. You just go to music from 2000 to 2021. It's been 21 years of this. And there's been a lot of great music. You can't take from that, right? So the thing of it is that trying to get ourselves at a point when it comes to something that so near and dear to us, because the drum is in our heartbeat, and it's in our souls, it's the first instrument. So it came from us. We should be able to control it the way it can affect us to be on a stronger level, and get our power back. Our power hour is about that. And I'm not saying us as in just people of color. I'm talking about people in the world, wherever else, because we all suffering for something, and music has so much to do with it. Just take this one just do the one to this right here. if you don't think that what we're doing in hip hop music, in the hip hop culture right now, if you don't think it's affecting the world, just listen to world hip hop. Then you will see it. You will hear it. Just listen to, like, you don't think the next white guy that lives in the suburbs or living in a trailer park, if he's not listening to what he's emulating what you are putting out there, and he's giving it back to you so you can receive it and say, yeah, I like it because it's doing what I do. But he's only reflecting of what you put out there. Otherwise he would do some other things. They would do some other things. So it doesn't matter what color they are. Our culture is based on us. So we'll put it out there and it's reflecting back to us. So when I hear a white guy say the N-word or whatever in a song, should I be affected by it? No, because we doing it ourselves. We putting it out there. So that whole thing for that was very deep. And I really hope that, Kanye and his family really go strong and get back together, whatever the case may be. Like he said, he's still married, you know what I mean? And him and Kim Kardashian, keep their family together, because that's going to be necessary. And I didn't know, I knew that he was a billionaire, but I didn't know what the numbers was. But he worked so hard, so we're talking 20 years. So this man's been around. It's got to be damn 30 years. A lot of people don't know that Kanye's been around for a very, very, very long time in the industry. So his life since he was 12, 14 years old was out there doing this, so to see him where he's at right now, yes, he did get his, his flowers and his just, deserve for all the hard work that he put out there. But at the same time, he wants to give us something that we can actually we need to, reflect on and say, hey man, look. So the Donda album, I haven't played it on the show yet, and I will rock it on the show. This weekend, I'm going to have it for this Saturday. I'm going to rock the whole thing, man, because I really appreciate what the brother did, man. So, you got to check out the Scheme Beats Radio music review this Saturday coming up. And, I'm going to rock the whole thing for that right there. And, we're going to take it from there. I always want you guys to let us know what it is that you want to talk about. I just like picking topics. You know what I mean? I think this one was a really good topic when it came to music, because music is near and dear to my heart. So that was one of the things that I was just really loving to you know what I mean? To get on, and for future artists and people who right now out there, I don't care what age, whatever. I don't do all that stuff. You know what I mean? If you're writing good music, we want to be able to put that out there in the atmosphere. We need to hear that. You know what I mean? So send it over to us, man. Kenneth Stout 71@gmail.com. That's KENNETH STOUT, the number 71@gmail.com, or schemebeatsradio@gmail.com as well. And we'll rock that, man. And it's not about everybody trying to be so positive. No, we just need the energy right now. We need the energy to regain our power of self-power back. So this is what the whole show is about. And I know, I don't have that much time, but I want to get into something else as well about the Travis Scott situation, man. And that was just it was mind blowing to me to see what was happening. I don't get the whole story, so I guess it's going to say this is allegedly what's been happening. But from what I heard, that was said that people were getting some kind of needles getting rushed. I don't know. People have passed away, and they were rushing the stage, and people 150 people was hurt. And this man, if you've seen the venue, it was a huge concert. You know what I mean? And and then people were going at him why is he still performing? Why these things are happening? He's trying to keep the, to me, some people saying he should have stopped and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. But I think that he was in the sense of mind, let me keep everything going with the people, and maybe things will kind of slow down. But it really got out of control. And by that happening like that, we lost some people. And that's crazy to go to a concert and you got people doing this kind of thing. So I don't know if that was I don't know. Like I said, allegedly, if there was, and hitting them with needles and things of that nature. Look, that's got to have better security, at these kind of places. They check for everything else. So check for that kind of stuff, because we're living in a different, time and space right now, so, we got to get that together. But on a positive note, we're also hearing that he is going to pay all this money back to all of the people that went there you know, so it was basically like a free show, you know. But as soon as we can get some information on any updates or anything that, you know, any things that he's said, you know, hopefully, like, you know, we can, you know, nip this in the bud or something like that, like, you know, something like that, and kind of slow this down. That's why I'm saying, that's why I led in with the thing about Kanye or Ye, you know, going into the Travis Scott thing, because it's like, this is the results of these kind of things. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if people out there doing something, you know, that was malicious like that, you know, to go out there and they trying to, like, you know, harm people, the concert goers and stuff like that, yeah, then our, you know, police forces and everything need to be on point with this kind of stuff like that, you know, to stop those kind of things, you know, because we are definitely living in some crazy times. And I heard a sister put up there on Facebook about we're not living in the end of times. We're living in the end of an illusion. And that was real to me right there. I seen that out there, and the illusion is real. Like, you know what I mean? You have to get your mind out of this illusion that you're being controlled by. You know what I mean? And look, that's nor here or there about what that illusion is, but you see it. You see that there's something that's going on in your spirit, which is controlling you, and we're trying to get ourselves better, you know. On the political side and things like that, you know, I really, you know, I have my opinions, but this is not that type of show for that, for the Power Hour. This is more of a thing of, like, you know, what we need to do as a people. You know what I mean? This is all elks, all walks of life. This is not about, you know, this is a black and white thing. None of that. You know what I mean? This is more of a people thing. The people first. And that's what we got to really be like, get back into. And that's what my show is about. So we're going to keep making that happen for you. You guys got any comments you want to put out there? Hit me up on Kenneth Stout right there on Facebook, or Scheme Beats Radio on anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. You can just hit me up anywhere on Instagram, on Twitter. I think by next week, I'm going to have the Twitch thing going on. We're working on getting some camera stuff that's going on. Actually, we're going to have some things going on Roku as well for real soon with the showcase that's going on right there. My man Rashid doing his thing. But I want to give a big, huge shout out to my man Cool TLC, who gave us that drop right there. I'm going to run that one again. I just love the way he just did that. We got some more things coming up, some audio and visuals that's going to be also coming up with my homegirl T Quest out there doing her thing as well, man. You guys go check out, you know what I mean? Go get some of that, man. T Quest, QUEST, the letter T, hyphen Quest. And yeah, she's doing her thing. She has so many things going on for this season, and, you know, more to come. You know, oh, this is so cool. That movie right there, man. The Harder We Fall. I got some more of their music. This week I'm gonna run some more of them. You know what I mean? And it's just, I love the music. That joint from Lauryn Hill. I'm so glad to hear Lauryn Hill back out there. She still sounds strong, and her lyrics, and I just love what she did, man. It's a lot of good artists that's on that soundtrack. So go out there and get that. Watch the movie, man. You know, it's just a really cool movie. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a shoot 'em up, bang bang joint, man. But it's kind of feel good to see some old school like that, man. Like, you know, an old school joint like that. And I think Jay-Z was like one of the producers on that, you know, which was pretty cool, you know, and to see that on there. And there's some other ones out there as well. I know on Wednesday, there's another film that's coming out. It's going to be situated, which is in Harlem, like in the 20s or the 30s, something like that. It's called Passing. I can't wait to watch that one as well. I forget the two young ladies' name, but by time when they come up, we want to definitely talk about that. And speaking of Wednesday as well, we're going to have a couple of artists on the air with us as well. Brett Up, Cello, he's going to be on the air with us as well. And we also going to bring back Chloe Banks on the air with us as well. So that's on Wednesday on the Move Unscripted. All right. blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins. Come get some of that right there. And yeah, we're gonna have fun on that Wednesday, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. And you know, Because like I said, we try to get back the power that we need for self-power, self-empowerment again. You know what I mean? That's what this Power Hour is about. And I'm glad you guys are listening in, you know, and chopping it up. I got a couple of more minutes, like about 10 more minutes. I want, like, you know what I'm saying? We need the power, so that music is going to feel good. You know what I mean? So I'm going to rock some of those joints a little bit more, you know, and we're going to turn up, man. All right? That's how I do it. It's your man, Mr. Stout. If you guys got any questions, any comments, hit me up. Matter of fact, you can call me up too, 732-330-1539. You got an advertisement, something you want to put out there. We got some big things going on. Big up the signage that's doing their thing. You will see our signages in different stores is coming up real soon. You know what I'm saying? So we are really working hard for this fall into the winter. You guys, like I said, you got advertisement, you got a brand, you have a business. You want to get it on in some of these small local bodegas around the country. I'm your man for that right there. So hit me up, man. Whoo! Oh, this song is dope, man. This is Seal right here, man. I gotta rock it again, man. I just have to, man. Every artist that's on that album, on that soundtrack, should I say, they just killed it. They just really just killed it. Like, and everything was variated. It was so, like, everything was different. You know what I mean? I think I heard Barrington Levy on there. I'm like, whoa! I was like, it was just. I just really like this one. I love soundtracks, but this is one right here. This is one for the ages, and it's from the movie soundtrack from The Harder They Fall. So, you know, you guys go check that out. I'm going to stop talking so much right now, man, so I can get to this track again because I really love this song. But it's your man, Mr. Stout, a.k.a. DJ Scheme Beats, right here on the Power Hour. Let's turn up a little bit.
Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, man, got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall. Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, man, got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall.
The Wild Boys, King Kong of the Cowboys. You see the bloodshed after you hear the loud noise. We black outlaws, opposite of the Proud Boys. Coming on horseback, mission to bring the boss back. Came to kill, tell them that they can all come. Harder they fall, that's depending on where they fall from. They trying to figure out where did we get the call from. I'm trying to see where the did they get the gall from. Soon as the chains pop, the things pop. Right after the heart stop, the brain stops. Whenever the clock stops, the game stops. Question is, when does the pain stop? If you do it more than once, then you know you a killer. If you do it more than that, then you know that you iller. You slip through the cracks, get dough and be triller. Why would you even play when you know we gorillas?
Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song.
What?
Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, man, got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall. Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, man, got make them fall. Brick smash his head off the
Feeling like
wall.
I'm in my best shape ever. Neck full of treasure, my investments together. Might have Jeff do the leather. Hamilton, I don't fold, I expected the pressure, so don't compare me to nobody, boy. I'm the illest next to whoever. Tell them rappers behave. Them subliminals on Twitter don't really rattle my cage. Notice when I mention my release date, had them afraid. Made legends get in they bag when they heard the way I spaz. Shooters on the road and them niggas half of my age. They will clap, clap, splatter your waves. Niggas ain't good with none of it that scribbled down on the page. Then I'm paid $100K to go spit that on the stage. Look, the road wasn't easy, I ain't perfect. Nobody put me on, I just put the work in. I keep my pole in a Birkin. If I up it, it's curtains. Y'all know who running it for certain.
Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, I got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall. Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing songs. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, I got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall.
We raised by wolves in the crack den. We the Chicago Bulls back then. That boy Tiger Woods don't make me back nines. We paid in full, sheepskin with the wool. PTSD from the concrete. Jungle, I move a bundle, 100 at my peak. My cocaine records stand up next to me. Tiger Cubs in the clubs, helicopters above. Yeah, them flex weak, I speak patois. Yeah, Jamaican connects, Dominican with the bricks. Lavina, fish scales and double dragon. Brooklyn was a zoo, little monkey swung through. Banana clips on the ooh-wop, we want static. Yeah, about my issue, magazine on a pistol. National Geographic, that boy hell. King Kong dies on these ends and anybody else.
Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing song. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, I got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall. Gorilla in the jungle, man, I don't sing songs. Bang my chest like my name King Kong. Brick it to, I got make them fall. Brick it to, smash his head off the wall.
Woman cry, give a life. More than Mary and baby, the border she carry all time. Woman cry, when give us life. And she begging forgive us the sin and then sinners all time. Whoa. Shane and survive all the same. So them I go make war before we free. What them I go make war before we free. So them I go make war before we free. What them I go make war before we free. Tie my neck, ship it on work. Buy me 2 3, I survive the we see. With the crack, scar me from back. Soon we go see who survive, make I free. So them I go make war before we free. What them I go make war before we free. So them I go make war before we free. What them I go make war before we free.
Follow, people they know they follow. People they know they copy. People all up in my grotto. They see me like a genie, try to keep me in a bottle. Petty people keep them incommunicado. They tie you up in strings and play it's like pizzicato. Lose sight of the picture scripture, now they not so steady. Meanwhile I'm like Curtis Mayfield getting people ready. See into the future then cut through like a machete or cutlass. All these trappers leaving gutless. You can't make moves for justice, you can't make no adjustments. Drowning in corruption, Charlie addict to convenience. Now they got you caught up in calling freedom extremists. We're not in agreement, I won't lay down politely. I closed my mouth for years and they still tried to fight me. I sat down on the sidelines and they still tried to bite me. They buried my career and promoted my peers despite me. But they can't tell me nothing, Charlie, they don't underwrite me. I've had a lot of money thrown at me, none of that shit excites me. It's just another kind of cage to get up in my psyche. To use me as an instrument to further push their puppet show. But I'm not inexperienced and it's not my first rodeo. I'm not so shallow, Charlie, I call it too precisely. Separate bone from marrow so much so that they dislike me. Intuitive, Charlie, we be like fugitives until the universe responds to show them who the student is.
Woman cry, gives us life. Mother Mary and baby, the burden she carries all time. Woman cry, gives us life.
forgives us the sin and the sinners all time.
So them a go make war before we free. Why them a go make war before we free? So them a go make war before we free. Why them a go make war before we free?
Okay, people, it's about that time. We're broadcasting worldwide, and it's time to open up your ears and let us blow your mind.
Bring me along. I've been doing this too long.
Man, I'm finna do my thing.
Dropping on your airwaves right now, it's Scheme Beats Radio. Check it out, y'all. We got that music, we got that talk, and we got media conversation for you. And it goes down with your DJ Scheme Beats.
It's a major move right here, baby. You gotta get with it to get lost. You understand?
We do this for the streets.